everyone, welcome back to the Wimpy Studio, and today we are here with a brand new video for you guys. We are officially getting into our Marvel content, our first Marvel podcast, and we're talking about the first two episodes of the Disney Plus Marvel series, WandaVision, and I'm here with my dad, mduhzay.
Hey.
So, we were going into this, and we didn't have much idea what it was. The trailer kind of gave a weird vibe. Sitcom, we would say. And Bewitched, we haven't watched it, but
I have.
I have not. I'm hoping to soon.
I'm
but
old.
we're hoping. I'm hoping to watch it sometime, and very sitcom-y and something very, very different from Marvel. Marvel, I mean, I think that when we get into like the other Marvel series like Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki, those might be more action oriented. This one just it's a different vibe, but I'm still enjoying it based on these first two episodes. I mean, what were your overall thoughts of the first episode?
Yeah, so this is it's weird. It is unusual for Marvel, but really it's a mashup of two comic book series. There is number one, The House of M, which was a series in which Scarlet Witch, Wanda, Maximoff had a mental breakdown at the death of her two children. And so a lot of stuff was going on in her head. And then the second series that this is kind of inspired from is the series called The Vision. Vision by Tom King, which came out a few years ago. And by the way, I'm reading that right now. So so it's a mashup of two comic series. But if you're not familiar with either of the comics, it does seem very strange.
Mm-hmm. Well, it also has a weird vibe overall.
Absolutely.
But the main couple is Wanda and Vision. And I don't know, they have it's like, I guess they're newlyweds.
Yes.
So it's going right off of
And
their
they move
wedding.
into a subdivision and they try to act like all the people around them.
Mm-hmm. And they end up standing out, but not necessarily in a good way.
That's right. That's right. They look weird just in their actions and stuff.
Yeah. But pretty much we get the introduction to Agnes, their neighbor, and we don't really exactly know much about her yet.
Nope.
Probably in future episodes we will. But they invite their boss over. They invite Vision's boss over, and it's a very because I don't exactly know what happened, but Wanda thought the boss was Vision. Awkward. Would you agree?
Yeah, so there was a confusion over what was going on that night. They had something marked on the calendar, and neither Wanda nor Vision could remember what it is. And there was a heart, and they figured it was some sort of anniversary, but it's actually Vision's boss coming over for dinner, whose last name is Hart. And so Wanda was not prepared for the dinner, so there's a lot of confusion and a lot of magic and stuff going on. And as much as Vision and Wanda are trying to act normal to impress Vision's boss, it just goes bad.
And I gotta say, maybe the whole heart thing, putting that on the calendar, was probably a little bit too misleading.
Sure.
I mean, you think about it, you could just put it. It's probably spelled like HART.
Sure.
So right. It's still funny though. But there's this weird scene. I didn't exactly know what it meant. The boss is choking on something, and his wife yells, "Stop it!" over and over again. What do you think of that scene?
Yeah, I don't exactly know what it is, but if this is all taking place in Wanda's head, right? Mm-hmm. She's imagining this, or she's having a breakdown, or something like that. Then maybe the meaning for it will come out a little bit later, or maybe not.
Mm-hmm. In episode 2, I enjoy this one a little bit more than the first episode, especially that ending. But pretty much, Wanda's first of all working with the ladies, and her unusualness definitely sticks out with these privileged ladies who are organizing the talent show. And I think it's just interesting because Wanda is different.
Yeah, she doesn't dress the same as the other ladies. She doesn't talk the same, act the same. And so she definitely stands out, not in the way that she hopes to.
Mm-hmm. They're working on a talent show performance, her and Vision. So it's like it's kind of because there's, I guess, this strange couple, you would say, to all the audience. I thought the talent show performance was funny. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it came over as a comedy, and the crowd loved it. So,
and I wasn't expecting the crowd to love it just based on their personalities, but they did end up loving it. So now hopefully they'll be able to fit in a little bit more. But the thing is that I think it's just more about. I don't think that this type of thing is like really like the big deal. Like these performances and their interactions with people in the town. I think it's just more going on with like Wanda, and like when we get to like Wanda is pregnant, and I'm assuming that
Yes.
is based on what they show. But like you don't get a belly when you first realize.
Right.
That was weird.
Right. Right.
Magic.
It's magic. Right. Right. Right.
Still weird though. But there might be a new mystery coming. There's a beekeeper.
Yeah, it came up from
Yeah.
the sewer. Great.
We're gonna have to see what that means. I mean, it's interesting. It was kind of creepy. And do you think that's leading to something?
Yeah,
More mystery?
there is a villain in Marvel Universe called Swarm that's made up of bees. So that could be the beekeeper in this. Who knows? There is another part that I really liked with the radio when Wanda heard the voice of a FBI agent asking what was going on. And so that was weird. So yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff. And the stuff that another thing that I really enjoyed in both episodes was the little commercial in the middle of the episode. In the first episode, it was for the Stark's Industry toaster, which was, of course, reference to Tony Stark and Stark Industries. And the second episode was the Strucker watch, which is a reference to Hydra and Strucker. So Baron von Strucker, I think, is his name. So anyway, those are nice little Easter egg type things that they throw in there for the Marvel fans to eat up. So yeah, but I think the thing with this episode, especially the second episode, is getting a little bit more apparent that things are not as they seem. And so whether it's going on in Wanda's head or what's happening, we're not quite sure. But it's definitely becoming more mysterious as we go along. Would you agree?
Yeah, and one more thing before we get to overall grade. It's a type of show that I think they're doing well in by making it different. I think if they could have made something that was action, everything, but I think them doing a different twist, while it may be weird, I think it's leading to some interesting stories with the villain and like the interaction. It's just something totally new with Marvel, and while it can be a little bit cringy, they chose good actors, and I think they're doing a good job of portraying like this weird vibe that's definitely going to lead to something more. And while like I think we still got some good, like it seemed enough like Marvel for us to accept it, and we're going to continue watching the episodes. But what was your overall grade of these episodes? I mean, you might have a episode 1 grade first.
Oh, I'm just going to group them together and give it an A. I really enjoyed it. I'm curious to see where it's going. In fact, I was very disappointed there was only 2 episodes. I wanted more. So if that tells you anything, I give it
And
an A.
I thought the episodes were like going to be an hour long or like the 45-minute mark, but they're more like 30 to 40 minutes, like Mandalorian episodes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it an A minus. I think I'll eventually like it once we get into it a little bit more, and maybe like towards the end of the season it'll be like really good, like an A plus. But I think that they did a pretty good job with these first 2 episodes. I'm intrigued to see what's gonna happen moving forward. Is it all a dream going inside of her head, or is it actually real? We're just going to wait and see. Anything else I want to say?
Nope. WandaVision's thumbs up.
Yeah, so anyways, I want to thank everyone for watching Movie Studio. And like, comment, subscribe, and turn your post notifications on this video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye.